live, y'all. K.R.E. Kinky Roots Evolved. We are back and we got Teals with us this time. Yes, let me get us on.
I'm well rested.
Yes, very well rested, baby. Hold on, let's go live on
Look, forgot my
IG.
wedding band. It'll be all right.
No, I don't know how many times I don't forgot mine. Okay. All right, we are live on IG as well. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, perfect. We got the chat box to the right. Perfect. Okay, so when you guys start hopping on, please get up here and just kind of let us know that you can hear us. For one, last time I had a few technical difficulties and I did a whole freaking podcast, y'all, in silence, but the music was playing in the background. And then I had somebody come at the very end and was like, Donzie, I only hear the music. And I'm like, no. So anyway, when you guys hop on, just say hey and let us know that you hear us. Uh-oh, Teals, you went away.
Huh?
Did you go away on purpose? Your screen is dark.
I know.
Okay. We're good. Let me get this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
Oh man. Okay, now your picture's gone.
Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. It's technology boy.
I'm telling you. No big deal, no big deal. We chilling at peace. Hold on.
You changed it. And it can hear me. But yeah, like so I did something on my phone and then it goes.
Hold on, I hear something. I like that beat though. Did you change the music again?
Oh, it was just a song. It's on a jazz station. Girl, what am I doing?
Let's see if this will even send. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all, we're gonna get it together. Let me share this to my personal page.
Well, I can hear us.
We can't see you though.
I know. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea.
Check your the camera settings at the bottom.
It's Apple.
You on your laptop?
Yeah, and I'm on my phone, so it's trying to make me choose, and I think I chose the wrong one. And I don't know how to fix it. Oh boy.
Okay. We chilling, y'all. We chilling. No stress. We chilling. Hey, y'all. We got a few people that. Y'all hear my dog?
Eden.
Y'all hear that? You see what I said? It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. This dog, I'm about to put her out. I'm about to put her completely out.
So interesting.
All right. What is today? Wednesday? I feel like it should. There you are. Yes. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be on the face on this tonight. Please don't take myself off.
Did you see my avatar?
Yes. I saw the avatar. It's very cute. Hold on, let me share this to my page. All right, y'all. Tila, do you want to just mention the topic for tonight? We got a really, really, really good topic. Or you want me to bring the topic in? How do you want to do it today?
I mean, whatever kind of flow we're going with, I'm just happy to be back.
I'm very happy to have you back. I feel like this has been forever since we've been together.
No, for real. It's been such a busy summer. Like, once school let out, we have just been boom, boom, boom. And then it just like, once we get a break, we're back at it. But all of that to say, our topic tonight is peace is power. So I'm actually excited. So I kind of did like, like a little bit of like what it means to me and then how I'm actually going to put this or make this into an affirmation.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so I'm excited about that. But I guess just a little bit catching up. So I was mentioning with school. So school let out Caden's rising third grader. And
Can you turn your volume down just a little bit on the music, just the music volume?
oh God.
It seems a little bit, just a tad bit overpowering, but not too much. Just
Oh, haha.
now it's going. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know
Down a
how to.
little bit.
It's just a little thing. There we go.
Perfect. Perfect. There we
Better.
go.
Okay. Yeah, so like we finished school and Caden had been performing above grade level all year and then he takes this last assessment and he's below grade level. And I'm just like, what? His teacher goes, he missed it by a few points. And so they recommended him for this program. And so he does the program straight, aced it. Like the boy is now reading on a fourth grade level. But I kind of always knew that I just couldn't figure out with this one test. And then, all for it to be like, hey, his teacher isn't, licensed. So we have, because we're so shorthanded, we have permanent subs. And so she wasn't able to administer his test. And so someone else from the county just was in there like, hey, this is your test. So it could have just been, the familiarity, like he didn't know this lady, he was uncomfortable. So anyways, he did that. We did that for about 4 weeks. Caden's been so like sincere, Caden's been doing his thing with baseball. The boy has been doing these clinics with the college team in Norfolk, just straight handling his business. Like
Yes.
like I couldn't be more proud of him. Just so happy that he chose me to be his mother. Like just all the things, you know what I'm saying? Like we're just just doing awesome. And so between that, we gave him a half birthday, which you and I was kind of conversing a little bit before that. The kid had never really had a birthday party, and so he really wanted a party.
Aww.
And having that winter birthday, I can, I understand this. And so we try to have birthday, and he has so many. He invited both his baseball teams, so he plays with 2 different leagues. He invited all of them. I invited family, friends, whatever, and then he had his own list. And everyone, like, we just had a huge turnout. We had so many people come in from New Bern. It was freaking awesome. Like the love was felt. So to those watching, we appreciate you guys so much. His day was beyond amazing. My brother came in from Greensboro. I mean, we just had family. I had my
That was
one,
a family reunion.
basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Was here from Georgia with her 4 kids. Like it was just awesome. And
Yo.
that just turned into like a whole event. Like we did the party Saturday. We went to Busch Gardens Sunday. And then like it's just been like we just been lifing but enjoying it. We've been having great moments. So I'm just happy to say, like, with everything that's been going on, it's just been love. Not sorrow or anything like that. Family just come together, friends come together to create these wonderful memories for these babies and stuff. So
that is everything. Everything. The fact that you could still, have fun and still have love in there, and still be I don't want to use the term busy, but just still be very productive,
yeah, well, I mean, but
things.
busy might be the word, because
Yeah.
the fact that schedule is like these deadlines and these destinations have to be met, right?
Yeah.
But you still are able to make time for one of the the things that bring you peace, family, love,
Right.
So
Yeah, but sometimes busyness though, I feel like just because you're moving, that don't mean you're being productive. So when I'm able to make space for peace and even though I'm moving a lot and grooving a lot, still been able to experience joy and love with people that I love. To me, that's very productive for me.
Yeah.
Like that's my definition.
I guess it's your perception. I don't.
Yeah. Not saying I'm not busy, but I just choose to use the word I'm productive. I think that just makes me feel better. Like,
Yeah.
but be
But it
personal.
could be because I feel like I could be busy, but I'm never too busy to make time for,
The people you love.
yeah,
Y'all,
yeah,
you make that space. You
yeah.
can be
So
wore
I
out, but
just,
you make that
I fit
space.
them, I fit them into the busy.
Absolutely. Just to go right in there, find a little
Yeah.
hole, right in there. Man,
Right.
that's
Like I can't
awesome.
give you 8 hours. I can give you 4 though.
Right. Maybe 8 minutes.
Right. And literally that was us this weekend. So my niece, so Tehran's daughter, that's Caden's age, she turned 8 Saturday.
Hmm.
And we were going to go to Raleigh anyways because we were house hunting. And we get down there, and then it was like, well, we made plans, and my aunt's like, oh, one of my dad's younger sisters, she goes, oh, we're having a farewell for Jacob. He's joined the Marine Corps. He leaves, so we're gonna do this. And so we get together, and so like I'm gonna do all of this. Like, okay, well, how do I plan this? So we go look at 2 houses.
Hmm.
We stop by her house, probably spend about an hour over there. Then we have an hour and a half drive to go to Greensboro. Spend about 3 hours there, have an hour and a drive to come back or whatever. Like we were just so busy, but we were literally trying to fit everybody into our weekend. And just more so, when people give unto you, you give unto them.
Right.
So just making sure we sowed those seeds respectfully, whatever. So, but it was just it was a weekend, and we were so busy, but we just made sure we made time for everyone. And then we saw another house on Sunday. So that search is going well. It's fun.
Yes. I'm glad you used the word fun. I like to call it an emotional roller coaster.
Oh man,
But
that
I'm
could be
glad. I'm
it.
glad though. Your summer was good. So you house hunting, banking birthday party for your son, and I love the fact that you were only able to get like what, maybe 1 or 2 pictures. I was like, that says it all.
That's
That says that
it.
y'all had an amazing
Literally.
time. There was no time for posing. It's just let's enjoy each other. Let's do this. I was like, I
Yes.
freaking love this. There was like maybe
Yes.
1 or 2 pictures. Like, nope, that's all I got.
That's it.
And that set the
But
tone. I was like,
I'm really starting to find that that's becoming like a running theme with me. Um, is that just trying to be in the now.
yeah, be in the
And
moment.
so I have the experience. Sometimes we can't, like it's just hard to capture in the now.
Hmm.
Without removing yourself and then trying to put yourself back in the now, right? And so, I'm just like, what, I don't have a phone. It's okay. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but it was it's been cool.
Yeah, there's Coquila. She was on IG. Hey, Coco.
Oh,
She was
she's on
on
my
IG.
too.
Yeah, she was messaging on IG. Well, I told her to do
Okay.
it on Facebook or whatever so you could see it too, because I was trying to go back and forth because IG won't populate for some reason.
Oh wow.
So
Thanks,
she's up there.
Coquila. Is that for
Yeah.
me?
Say that again.
Is that for me?
What's for you?
The congratulations, or is that for us?
I'm gonna take it too. I'm gonna take my flowers too. Thank you for my
Absolutely.
congrats. Yes, we both gonna take those flowers tonight. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, me and Tila, we have been so busy doing the life, just doing life, and it sounds like the both of us we've really been enjoying it with the children, with the family, doing big things, moving into another season of home ownership. Tila, yay! That's
Yes.
exciting. The children are doing great. Sincere and my husband are in Spain. I'm just so grateful for that opportunity. As most of you know,
Straight
Sincere is a
beasting.
beast in
I
soccer.
am so look. I
It
think
doesn't
Cookie.
even
I'm
seem real.
so
I'm gonna be fully transparent with y'all. Like, I'm sitting here right now, and yeah, we got him there, but I'm like, it still don't seem real. It still don't seem real. My son is in Spain.
listen. Thank you so
I'm
much,
watching him.
Coquila. When I say I showed the videos to Steven, so first of all, once like I see him and I'm like, wait, he's in Spain, and I go, damn, I know this little boy. You know what I mean? Like this little boy's been in my house. I've been in his house. You know what I'm saying? And like I still remember when he was the first time you guys came to visit, and it was just him and his little lips. I never got rid of those. You know what I mean? His little he kissed the mirror. Like I would never ever forget that. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's doing so amazing, and so then I show Steven. And I was like, remember the little boy that was here, and that he was so well spoken, and he was really into aircrafts and stuff. And he's like, yeah. I was like, this is him. He's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, again, it's like, amazing that
Thank you, Coquila.
it's so, I guess it's just different when you know them.
Oh,
You like
exactly.
when, and not just like not know of them. You know what I mean? Like when you know them, and then I remember like the videos and how he handled the ball. And I remember even showing you a video of Caden with the soccer ball at such a young age, and you go, Sincere, he got some handles, but like just all of that, like, and like Sincere is like, yeah, like, okay, I appreciate this, Mr. Spain. You know what I mean?
Girl,
But this
we're
is so
so
amazing.
it's been really really great. Like it's very humbling. Sincere's such a great kid. Like it doesn't matter what platform he's on, he's the same kid. He's very humble and just shows so much gratitude all the time. And we're just proud of him. This is
Right.
part of his goals. This is part of his dream, and so he's just doing it. So we're like,
Well,
okay.
as a parent, as mom, like, how do you feel? What is this like? What, like, tell me what these internal emotions are like.
So for me, it's sometimes it still doesn't seem real for me. Um, but when I talk to Sincere, the boy is just amazing. When I talk to him, I always tell him, you're created to do something that's never been done before. Not don't just limit it to our family, but I'm saying something that's never been done before in this world. So I keep him empowered, but I also try to remind him not to let like the normal strategies, the normal way of doing things, meaning most of the time you have to check off this box, and this box before you're positioned to even be seen by these type of recruiters. I've been just teaching him to train his mind to never limit himself to the norm. You know, if you want it, you go and get it, and it'll happen. And I've taught him, every element of the dream will find you. If the dream was given to you, son, the resources will find you. And that is literally what's been happening with this boy. Like he works hard, and it's just resource after resource, person after. I mean, just my. And this has all happened since we've been here in New York.
Mm,
Like the resources, it's just mind blowing. But
yeah.
yeah, as a mom, I'm just in awe. Like I
Mm.
can't even lie, girl. I'm just in awe, and I'm like, me, I was chosen to be his mom, little old me. Lord, you sure? You
But
sure?
and I like, I hate to interrupt you. I have to though. I have to take you back to remember that car ride. I was in the car I was driving. We were on the phone for at least 2 hours.
Oh,
And
God.
you was contemplating this contract to New York.
And this place, y'all, the
Has
one
opened up so many
I can't even
doors.
begin to describe all the doors that this one place has opened up. Like this place, him being here, one of the ladies that knows the recruiter in Spain saw Sincere practicing alone on the field and approached my son. And of course, she's got this English accent, and she's like, "Hey, mate, you're very talented." And blah, blah. And she gets his number, and he
Not
comes. We
mate.
pick him up, and he tells us about it. And we're like, "Okay, great, son, great." And then everything just started just like layering on top. And we're like, holy crap, this is happening. Like just one thing after another. So, but yeah, me getting this contract here, just huge leap of faith, first of all. But
No, for real. But
it
you
was,
had to overcome
yeah,
your own, hiccups or, like obstacles, right?
yeah,
But I
yeah,
just remember like so much was said in that conversation, on that phone call. And one, just always thankful and appreciative that you trusted me with that information. And we always have such profound conversations.
right, right.
But then I look at, like, dog, she was in this crazy space, with work and then personally, just a lot of things and what you wanted to do. And then you came to me with it, and like we just kind of talked this thing through. And then it's just like I'm just like watching just like all of this, unfold. And it's such like a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Like
Thank you.
it it's amazing. And again, like, little old Dante from Craven Terrace.
One used to suck her thumb and everything. Y'all used to suck my thumb. I had a little funky pillow that I would hold. Like I was that girl.
Yeah, like I'm so proud
Just
of you.
yeah.
I think the more I see you flourish, and the more I see, like, it's almost like you know how, like, when we think about angels, that visual, you see this aura around them.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I feel like that's how you walk. You just walk with this glow. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
gosh, stop.
And but you think about, so we talk about not necessarily picking a side, but just doing what's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you spelled it wrong.
Again, I'm gonna just say Coco. Coquila. You know I love you, girl. I spell it wrong every time.
No, not you. Coquila
Oh,
spelled your name wrong. Like, get it right, girl.
last time I spelled her name wrong. This is
No,
hilarious.
you spelled it right. You spelled it right. I think, but I know she spelled your name wrong for sure.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, but like, just like when we went to, yes, or most definitely next level, but just thinking about just everything, like when you would talk about just, doing what's right, and you guys chose to take that next step based on what was right for you guys. And it's just the blessings. It's like, what's that song? Press down, shake it together,
Oh shoot.
running over,
I'll go with
running
the program.
over. You
I
know
should
that
go with it, but I
song, but
don't.
that was like during tithes and offering in church,
I don't
or
know that one.
whatever.
What
When
you
we
go
would,
to a Baptist church?
I went to
No,
a
I'm just
bunch of
joking. That was a joke too. Don't even
Baptist,
think twice.
holiness.
It sounds like a
Look,
Baptist church song.
it might have been, girl. Look, anywhere that we could go, where our parents could go run the street, and
Right.
then we went to the church, was a babysitter on Sundays. Okay.
Oh
But because they weren't there with us. But all that to say, the
Oh, God.
blessings that are just running over, like your cup is just continuing to just
Thank
run,
you.
and like, and not even like just to pour over in abundance. And I just love that for you. I love that.
You.
It's just, I don't know, it's just awesome.
Thank you. And I just want to thank you for empowering me to allow that to happen in my life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like just keeping me empowered to be like, just do it. Don't overthink it. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yes.
space for that place. You know what I mean? So just thank you so much all the time, every time. When we
Right.
link up,
Like,
it's
one thing for sure, like, I'm just gonna always be, I guess, and I don't want to say, I guess, just true to you, true to me. Like, because I feel like sometimes we're just so guilty of just kind of getting in our own way. You know what I mean? And then, and in some of those instances, that's what was happening, even with the things that I've shared with you, and then you're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, just let's bring it back type thing.
Yep.
But no, like, I couldn't be a friend to you if you weren't a friend to me. You know what I mean? So that it's just a two-way street.
Yeah. Thank you. I enjoy our friendship. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So we're going to hop onto this topic because I feel like we're going to have to do a part 2 because this mug is going to get deep. And Tila mentioned the topic that we're talking about tonight, and it's called the power of peace and power, right? I was listening to a reel, and she's a poet, and she used those 2 words in a sentence, and I was just like, whoa. And then that's when I texted Tila. I was like, this is the topic. Let's do this topic. So peace and power. Oh my gosh, where do we even start with this one? Self-sabotage is real. We need those perspectives. Yes, Kokila, you're so right. Self-sabotage is so real. But yeah, so we're gonna talk back on peace and power. So Tila, do we want to talk about the power aspect first of peace, or do we want to talk about just peace first? Because this is deep, and it can go either way. How you gonna lead it?
I'm looking at some of my notes.
Well, I'll just start off while you look at your notes, and then you hop in.
So no, I mean, I was just kind of like, I don't know, like it doesn't take me off task or anything, because like I don't know if you can necessarily, and this is my perspective wholeheartedly, guys. I don't know if one goes before the other. I think they, in order to have one, you have to have the other. Um, like for instance, to me, like peace is power. Peace is not weakness. You know what I mean? So like, um, I don't think one comes first. I don't think one comes before the other.
I totally I could definitely see that. I think I've seen it to where what I can say is I've seen power without peace, if that makes sense, because it comes from a different source. So
I
I
think,
feel like
well,
you
I
can't
can
have
see that.
one without the other. You can have power and no peace. You know what I mean?
Well, in this
So
today's date, this
yeah,
is what we have.
yes,
We do have someone in power that we know that there's
no,
no sense of peace. But then, could their peace be
their
destroyed?
definition of peace though, right? So
Right.
that's a whole nother element, you know. What exactly is your definition of peace? So everybody's definition of peace may look
I guess
totally
right how it
different.
resonates with you.
Exactly. Here's Coquila's response. The power is in the peace, and peace is power. The power is the peace.
The power
Correct.
is in the peace. So,
The power is in the peace. Correct. And peace
mhm.
is power. Yes, there it is. So the power resonates inside of having peace. So once
Yeah,
you embody peace, then you also embody the power aspect that's attached to
because
peace.
this is on any level. This is
Yep.
on even the smallest platform.
Absolutely. 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 So, even with this topic right here and these two elements, power and peace, when you have those two, I feel like, well, I'm not going to say I feel, I know for a fact that peace will then be your voice. And what I mean by that is you can simply be in a room, and if that human is at peace within themselves, or if they're at peace in that situation, they don't have to really verbalize anything. Their
So
peace
that's so
support
that was one of my
a
things.
voice.
In a world of chaos, you
You
could
don't
be
have
at
to.
peace. The
Absolutely.
peace is the loudest power. You know what I mean? In that same, yeah. So that was one of my things.
Yep. Absolutely. And I'm living that. I am living that and finding that my peace is within my family. You know,
Mhm.
I've been
The
so
family you created,
the family. What do you mean the family that my intimate family, my children, my
right?
spouse.
So the family that you created. So that's what I mean. So
Yeah,
because when you
gotcha.
say family, I think we sometimes like, like I can find peace in my aunties just based on the disruption that I've had with my mom.
Right. Right.
But then, so I just wanted to, I guess,
See,
distinguish.
excuse me, y'all. So when you said the family you created, I immediately started thinking about how I'm learning to, just because we share the same blood, I no longer
I
call
like
you
that
family
too.
anymore.
But okay, so
You're a
perception
relative.
is a lot.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I feel like that term family, I'm kind of like, I step back from it a little bit. I don't call everybody my family just because we share blood. You're not family, because I have people that I don't share blood with who are more family to me than my relatives are. You know what I mean? So when you said, is it the family you created, I started thinking like about my besties, like you know, some other people, you know. So I just want to clarify, like my
Your
husband,
in your
kids.
household. So
Yeah, because I
I
have
guess in retrospect, the family that you created with your husband.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So yeah, me living in a space right now of just being at peace and just being so what's that word, consumed and present with my family right now, y'all, that has brought me so much peace and joy. I'm talking about like having fun with my girls. I call them my besties now, my daughters. I'm like, what have I been doing? These are my besties. I got 3 little besties here with me, and I've been vibing with them.
Hmm.
We've been having so much fun. So, and I'm realizing now that, you know, my peace is right here at my home.
Hmm.
And if I can't have peace here in my home, then I don't have peace. You know, so it has to start here first. So I've really been working on that and just making sure my home is at peace. You know, I'm at peace with being at home, you know. Um, and that in itself is very powerful. It's
Yeah.
very, very powerful just to
Yeah.
have peace within your home with your family.
No, that's dope. And I agree. I think like when it comes to like a turn of events or whatever, how you handle things is just kind of based on, I think, you know what I mean, like that foundation. And if, you know, like if you have a peaceful, you know, like place of retreat, place of comfort, um, how you handle whatever is, you know, like whatever obstacles, whether it's good or bad, that comes your way, it just provides you more tact, more place of I think Kokila put calmness,
Mm.
or maybe I read calmness. But then it provides you clarity. That's the C word I'm looking for.
Ooh, clarity
Um,
is beautiful.
yeah, peace definitely brings clarity.
It
Um,
does.
and I think peace provides you with a space of well, not a space, a level of maturity. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying that anyone's immature, right? But when you can like tactfully handle even some of the most difficult situations, I feel like peace is like a big attribute to that. It's a big asset to, you know, like how you're responding to certain things.
Absolutely, because when you can remain calm and when you have clarity, um, and that also requires you to be disciplined at the same time. And then when
Hmm.
you're disciplined, there's the power, right?
Yeah.
So all that stuff is intertwined. The fact that you could just sit there at peace, you have clarity, you
Hmm.
understand what's going on, and you're not acting the fool. You're stable, you're humble,
Right.
and you're receiving the moment no matter how painful it is. you know it's very powerful. It's
Yeah.
powerful, and it shifts a lot of things when we just remain at peace and
No,
allow
for
the situation to fit together the way it's supposed to, regardless of how we may fit in the situation or fit out of the situation. um it just lets everything align so much smoother the way
And
it's
I love how you said how you might fit out of the situation, because sometimes peace means removing yourself from a situation.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
God knows, I feel like for me, you know, that aura I was telling you about, and like when you
Mm.
hear, it's like, oh, the angel in me, like that's what I'm hearing right now.
Ah, yes,
Oh,
yes. Oh my gosh. So another thing too, in the peaceful realm, I want to talk about my personal experience. I've also experienced, like, even being at peace, I've experienced pain, like deep wounded pain. Like, you can still be at peace and hurting. You know what I mean? Um, so
but is that like an acceptance factor?
an acceptance on what part?
So you're at peace, but you're hurting. And I say acceptance, like I am accepting that whatever the catalyst is causing hurt, but I understand why.
So for me, I don't think it's an acceptance. I think for me, it's more of a, because some of the catalysts or some of the things that could be causing the hurt, yes, everything is in order. Everything's always in order. But a lot of things I don't accept. Meaning I don't welcome it in. Like some of this, I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna welcome it in just because it's knocking at my door. I'm not gonna say, yeah, come in, let's have a seat. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say acceptance, but I will say that maybe I'm trusting. I am trusting the Most High to know that even this is working out for my good. But I don't accept all of it.
I think
Um,
that's I guess kind of a perspective thing, because like when you say, I think what you're, to me, what you're stating is discernment versus, I guess, acceptance, meaning that to me acceptance is you're trusting
yeah,
that, you know, the best decision has been made, or whatever the outcome
right,
is.
right.
You know what I mean? So um whatever the outcome is, you are in acceptance, or you're trusting that space, that peace, or peace, PIE. Um, and then it brings you PEA, peace.
Yeah. Look, we don't hit two different pieces.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can definitely go along with that part because I mean, there's things that have taken place, and it's like, no, absolutely not. I will not accept this. This will not reside in my space. This will not reside anywhere around me,
Hmm.
But I'm going to live through this moment because
Yeah.
this apparently I need this moment. So we're going to get through it. But I'm not going to embrace it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So from the power perspective of peace and peace being able to actually speak for us. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Like any situations to where, you were so at peace, and you were so grounded, to the point where the peace and power literally stepped in and did the work for you.
Um, Let me think.
I got one.
I mean, you can go ahead and take the lead on that one, since I took the lead on the first one.
So it
Um,
was, I'm gonna
go
just,
ahead.
it was just, there's been quite a few situations,
Hmm.
to where, I've been faced with decisions, making decisions or whatever. And a lot of times what will happen is, um, I know which direction I'm supposed to take, right? Because I've prayed about it. I'm at peace. I'm with the Most High, and I know the voice of the Most High. So when I hear that, some people call it intuition or whatever. When I hear that, I know what I'm supposed to do. But at the same time, I like to keep peace within my home in a natural state, right? So whenever my husband and I are making decisions like big business deals or anything like that for the family, I always present it to Solomon, and he'll make the ultimate decision before we proceed with anything, right? Like I've given my opinion or done my research, presented it to him, and then I let him make the final decision. So anyway, just I'm gonna be fully transparent, guys. There has been multiple times where I've been like, babe, I love you, but I do not agree. I do
Yeah.
not agree with you, what you think with this decision. But anyway, so we'll go along with it. Well, there was one time when, um, I knew which route we were supposed to take, and it didn't make sense, black and white, y'all. Like the numbers were not aligning, nothing made sense, and it was just like, oh, we can't do this. And I was like, no, we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do this. And he's like, John, I'm so sorry, we can't. And I was like, y'all, I did not agree. What I did not do was I did not agree with his no, meaning, he was giving his opinion as to why he couldn't see how it was going to work. And it all made sense. Like, I can't even lie about it. Like, nothing made sense. Nothing was adding up. And I understood why he was saying no to it. So when he told me and gave the final decision, like, no, we're just going to have to back up from this one, I remember riding in the car, and I was like, I'm not going to let this go. So I was listening to my husband talk about how we couldn't do it, but internally, I remained at peace. I didn't stress out about it. And I just told him, I was like, okay, acknowledging that I hear you, right? Like I wasn't just going to be silent, but I never let it go in my heart. And literally a couple weeks later, boop, 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 everything just started to align. So what I want to say about that is me remaining humble, me remaining at peace in that situation. I feel like the peace that was attached to the power of the Most High and my faith, and
Mm.
knowing that that was the right direction, no matter what everything looked like on paper. I knew we were supposed to go right and not left. Um, the peace and the power attached to that assurance. I feel like when you're attached to the Most High, you have complete assurance. That's the best insurance you're gonna ever have in life. Period. Assurance, right? So I was tapped into that, and I was grounded in that, and literally, I felt like the power of the Most High just shifted things, just like, and it was just all like, just shifted, and everything came together. And then Solomon was like, I don't know how that happened, but I was like, I know how it happened. But anyway, that's my story. That's my story. So just remaining grounded and and at peace with Solomon's decision. I
Yeah.
wasn't bitter or mad. Um, I was at peace even with his decision, but I knew
Yeah.
deep inside not to let it go. I feel like sometimes when we let go of what we know to be true,
Hmm.
that's when things can start to be delayed or even fall apart for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to hold on to it internally, even if everything around you is not making sense or lining up. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything as prophetic as yours, and profound, but I do realize and that like now I'm starting to empower myself, because I've become slow to react. And so I think just choosing not to react in some
mhm,
instances or remaining calm, choosing my peace over the animation, has given me the power, or it's just like kind of something I was, like I'm passionate about it. But I think how I was going about trying to get maybe even Steven or someone else to understand my passion, maybe that was a deterrence in a sense of like, like this is just this chaotic, it's too much,
mm,
right? And
mhm,
instead of that, now it's just like, you know what, like I'll give you all the details, and then I'll allow you to make a decision. And if you make a decision in a moment and you're not in agreement, that's fine. And a lot of times that's what happens. I think Steven's so quick to say no before he says yes, but he says
mm,
no in a sense to allow him to process what's going on. And I'd rather him just not say anything at all or let me table it. You know what I mean? We'll
mhm,
come back to it. But now recognizing that, but then also, I can present these things to him calmly, right? And if he rejects it, I'm still responding calmly. I typically get what I asked for, just not in the moment. I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's empowering for me.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So
With from a parenting perspective, let me check IG real quick. From a parenting perspective, yo, it's hard to have peace with these kids sometimes, Um,
yeah.
but Tila, I'm telling you, I've right here lately, I've realized and I've seen firsthand that, when I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna remain at peace with this.
Hmm.
Say what I need to say to you sternly so you understand me. And I'm gonna walk away from it. That in itself, I feel like the respect level with the kids, like my children have always respected me, but I'm noticing now there's more respect, right?
Hmm.
If I come at them at a different angle, um, not so angry all the time. Sometimes I am angry, and I'm gonna show you my anger because I'm saying this over and over. But when I approach it more from a peaceful place, that energy then transfers to them, and I feel like then they're more willing to open up and listen and hear at least what I'm about to say or pay attention to what I'm about to demonstrate to them.
Right.
So even from a parenting perspective, it gives power to lead, because you could be a parent and not a leader. You think
Right.
if your children are not paying attention to you, if the wisdom that you're giving them, they're not eating it, you ain't
Hmm.
leading nothing, bruh. You're not
Right.
leading them. You're wasting your time.
Right. Right.
So,
No, that's true. That's
yeah.
true. I think for me is now choosing peace. Caden's just 8. But then, with Jazz, I think that's a whole different debacle. I mean, just full transparency. But all of that to say, you know, the first child is normally the guinea pig. They normally write the rules, or you lay out your guidelines on how you're going to parent, how you're going to handle this, how you're going to handle that based on the first child. And
Mm,
then you get that second child that's nothing like the first child. Um, but in retrospect, choosing peace and, like you said, speaking with the sternness. Um, and I think for me, just not being so quick to respond or react. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And then also like you kind of get to see like the things that you've demonstrated. You when you start to see it in like you start to see yourself and your kids, like, well,
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
just like, you know what, maybe I need to take a step back because
exactly.
they're starting to emulate how I, discipline or talk to them. They're doing it to
Yep.
each other, so but now choosing peace is just kind of like, you know what, I don't have to respond this way. I'm going to take a moment, take a couple of deep breaths, and then I'm going to come back to this or
Hmm.
whatever. So
So what I'm trying, like, I was just thinking, like, what would we describe? What would be our definition of peace? And I think the way that I would describe peace is not easily disrupted, not easily shaken or moved,
mhm.
um, remaining grounded.
So to sum it up in three C's: cool, calm, collected.
I like that one. I like that one way
Yeah.
better. Cool, calm. I remember that from being a kid. Mama used to say that
Yes,
all the time.
yes,
Cool, calm, and
yes.
collected. She used to say that
Like,
crap
I
out.
mean, but like, how else do
Yep,
you put it? You know what I'm
that's
saying?
so true.
And even with those three C's, you handle everything with so much class and grace. And
Hmm.
then I think about the empowerment of being a beautiful black woman on this earth. Like, even when we think about the game of chess, who is the most powerful piece in
The
the game of chess?
queen,
The black
the
queen.
queen.
Right. So when you handle yourself with class and
Yes,
grace, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, it's gonna follow. It's gonna trickle down.
right.
So yeah, I think that those three words just sum it up.
Yeah. And like I said before, when you remain at peace, everything, I mean, it will attack, the power attaches to you. The resources
Yeah.
you need, they find you.
Mhm.
Like, hello, I'm a living testimony. Like, when you just chill out, stay cool, calm, and collected,
Yes.
it will gravitate to you. Like, it will find you. It doesn't matter where you're at, whatever season you're in, what you need will find you in that season.
But
I don't care
you
where you're at.
you say that, right? And I think about that, a different C word, care, right? And now
Oh,
that
hold on. You broke up. The
I'm sorry,
reception went crazy. What C word did you just say?
care.
Care? It's breaking
Yes.
up. Okay,
Yes.
there it
Uh,
is.
So care. So you're freezing.
Now I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness. We'll let it. Can you still hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. You it seemed like it worked
Okay.
itself out. But so the other C word is care. And so how you say, like,
Mm,
when we're cool, calm, and collected, and like when you're in this place of peace, things just start to it's almost like you're a magnet, and the things that you were like not the things that you were longing for, or the
mm-hmm.
things that you just need to resonate with, they start to come to you. You're polarized now, right?
Yep,
And
absolutely.
so I got in this space where it was just kind of like, this doesn't bring me any good. I don't care. And
Mm,
that's what I would literally just say, I don't care about this. I don't care about that. And then it was just like new leaves were turning. And I'm talking about things coming to me, like you said. I had one of Steven's old supervisors reach out to me and say, "Girl, you need to do this, 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 and this, and this." And I
mm.
started putting things into place, and things are in the place and just happen.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep,
But like,
yep.
she didn't know what space I was in. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? She just kept saying, I knew I needed to call you, and I ended up calling her, whatever. And but the things, and not that I was longing for this, it was just kind of like, she was like, hey, like, I wasn't longing for that thing in particular. I was longing for the bigger picture of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like, hey, do this, this, and this. And then slowly everything's just starting to fall right in place. So things that
Girl.
I've been deserving of. And that's the perfect word there, Kokila, purposeful.
Yep. Purposeful. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
The I listened, it was a podcast Oprah had a while back, and it was something that she said that stuck with me. And she said, before you do anything, before you do anything, check the intent attached
Mm-hmm.
to it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so deep. Because so often we're doing, right? We're doing, sometimes we're doing till we're numb and we don't even know that we're doing what we're doing, you know? And so now I've been more mindful about checking the intent behind what I'm doing. And if
Yeah.
it's not pure, and if it's not attached to love, and if I don't care about it, I ain't doing it. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. I
Yeah.
am not doing it.
Yeah.
Because that intent that you're sowing seed and that fruit will manifest, whether it's good or bad. Once
Right.
you sow that seed, that mug out there, and it's gonna come. When
Right.
that harvest come, or whatever of whatever seed you've sown, be
Ooh,
ready. Because it comes.
yeah,
It
it does.
comes. It comes. So
It does.
I was like, "Ooh, let me check this intent real quick before
Mhm.
I do anything."
That's dope.
So
That's something to definitely keep like real close to heart.
yeah.
Um, wow. And that literally you saying that, I just kind of had like a card hand of things just run through my mind, like, oh, like, and some things that I've just kind of had like a little hesitant about.
Mhm.
And then I'm thinking like now, like my some of the questions to myself, and then some of the questions I have for others that wanted to present things to me. What is your intention? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
what are we doing? What do we get out of
Mm.
this? What are we getting out
Mm.
of this? You know, like
Yep.
if we're just here to exchange words, I'd rather not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
if we're not,
Mm.
if we don't have a plan to grow, if we don't to grow healthy, prosperous,
Mm.
right? If we don't have that,
Yes.
I'm good. You
Yeah,
miss me. You know what I mean? Like I don't,
exactly.
and then I'm not in a space where, oh well, let's hash this out, and then what?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
you know, like I don't necessarily need to get closure from you. I get closure from myself.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, talking to one of my friends when we go through these breakups and things like that, or just not even just you go through trials and tribulations. First thing you ask yourself, what did I do? Did I give my best effort? You
Yep.
understand? So like, what is the intent? What am I getting out of this
Out
type
of
of
this.
thing? So no, this, and even with that, like the intent has to bring me peace. And I'm not even saying like a smidge. Like I have to be at
Please.
complete. Yeah, like it can't be more, it can't be unleveled. You know what I mean? Like it needs
Mhm.
to be just on solid ground.
Kokila put a really good comment here. She said, "Pay attention. We have to be mindful of what we focus, attention on. Is costly to be distracted. Absolutely,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. It's very costly to be
But
distracted.
but that's what, when I go back to that word care, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like it presents itself to me, and I'm like, I don't care. Like this
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, it
Season.
doesn't make or break me. Like this isn't something that I need to be focused on or to give my undivided attention to, because if it's whether it's here or there, like what does it change about me overall? Like if your presence and then it's going to change me negatively, yeah, I most definitely don't care. I'll see you on the
Yeah.
flip side, and
Right.
there probably isn't a flip side, right?
Right.
Um,
Right.
but absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Man. So this is a quote that came in my head today, and I want to chew on it just a little bit. And we don't have to. If you don't want to, we can let this be another topic. But I'm gonna try to explain this because it sounds a little weird, but I'm gonna try to explain it. We only allow others to do to us what we are already internally doing to ourselves, which is why people are okay with embracing certain actions from another person. Does that make sense? We will only allow others to do to us what we're already doing internally to ourselves. And some of those things we may not even be aware of. So if you've got a person in your space that's doing something to you and you're accepting that and you're embracing that, and it may not even be anything positive or good, it might be a good idea to just step back, get one with yourself, and evaluate your perception of yourself. Like, how
Mhm.
do you view yourself? Because if we don't view ourselves a certain way, we don't allow certain things in our space if it doesn't align with how we feel internally.
Right. So oddly enough, I had a therapy session about this same topic today.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow.
Typically an hour. We spent 2 hours on it. And apparently I am in a space of self-doubt. So it causes other
Hold
people
on, I
to
want to put this disclaimer out here, y'all. I did not know about her therapy session
no,
topic.
didn't.
She
You
didn't talk
didn't.
to me about that at
No,
all. I
we
just want to put
didn't.
that out
We
there.
literally just talked like
We
20
just
minutes before our session about hopping on. That was
okay,
it.
okay. I just
So,
want to make sure they know that.
so I'm in a space of self-doubt, and so which allows others to doubt me. Or I've allowed people like that what I've been exposed to has, so it's, I guess it's what you've said, and there's also the opposite of it. What you've been exposed to is how you, it's kind of like your internal brand.
Mm,
And so that's me. What I've been exposed to is people not showing up for me. That's my internal brand, and I struggle with that. Right. So now I kind of expect that from everybody.
mm-hmm.
And it like,
So let me ask you this. So if that's your internal brand, do you feel like you don't show up for yourself as much as you probably could or should?
no doubt, like, but I'm
Yeah.
learning. I will, which is where like kind of like last time where we went to go air and I was just so tired. I had overextended myself
Mm-hmm.
too much,
Mm-hmm.
and I was exhausted. Like I couldn't shake it to enough to say like I even took a nap today. But I'm now understanding that Tila, you meet them in the middle. You don't
Mm-hmm.
ever like. But like I knew this, but now I don't know what realm I'm in now, right? And it's a good thing, right? But I'm recognizing like I've removed myself from groups, from people, from just a lot of things, and a lot of things in people, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I like it is not bringing me like, so like I have this group chat. I was in a group chat. I removed myself from this group chat of women. And when I talked to one of my friends about it, she goes, "Why?" I was like, "It wasn't doing me any justice. It wasn't hurting me. It wasn't harming me. But I just feel like it wasn't bringing me peace.
There
But
are
like
no
it was,
deposits.
there was nothing. It
No
was
good
just, it
deposits.
was just a space holder.
Yeah.
You know
Wasting
what I'm saying?
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I was just like, I don't need this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm okay with not being in it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so it was in that moment. And then like when it comes to like working out or like starting school classes and things like that, I'll be so hell bent on doing it, but then I wouldn't get started. And then here we are 6 months down the line. Had your ass started 6 months ago, you would be 6 months further than you are right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I fostered this self doubt, or this like, not showing up for myself. And in turn, I think that came out as hurt, that came out as anger, that came out as parenting, that came out as loving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, and like blaming everybody but myself, because I have the key to turn this on or off, or open, or like lock it, or like
Mm-hmm.
I have the tools to fix it. And so probably within like the last, I would give myself the last 2 years, I've started showing up for myself more. And I'm recognizing that
Mm-hmm.
some of the relationships I wanted to have with certain individuals that I love dearly, it's just not beneficial. The intent of this is toxic. The intent of this is,
Mm-hmm.
one sided. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm starting to do better, but I did not know the term or the phrase like, I'm doing this to myself because I've allowed people to do this to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Wow. And we all go through that. Like we're all
yeah,
still going through it, you know. I feel like it's everybody. That's just something people have to live and
yeah,
grow through. And that's part of finding out who you are. Who am I? First of all, that's part of that who am I process.
yeah,
You know, so you can pinpoint like, okay, this was deposited into me, and this is not who I
yeah,
am. You know what I mean? This is not a part of me that I
yeah,
want anymore. So yeah, that's great. That's awesome craziness. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, but that is so cool that you just talked about that in your therapy
Yeah.
session. And
And
I was like, I don't even know if this is gonna make any sense. And you're like, yep,
that
that
makes
makes a
a
lot of
whole
sense
lot.
because I
It
just
makes a whole lot of sense. And there's something else that I feel like and this is like for me it's discovering peace, like how you value, like how you label people in your life and what you feel like their role is to bring to you, and then you take like
mm,
so mine was my mom, my ex-husband, and my first sergeant in the military. And my mom, when you think of mom, my opinion, protector, provider, nurturing, like all those things. And then when I think of husband, provider, protector, peace. And then my first sergeant, security, protector. So that P word comes up with a lot of like people high up in my totem pole. And I didn't get protector from any of them. But it's just crazy. So
mm,
now like when I start to look at the things that go wrong with me, it's that P word. And so just full
mm,
transparency, you and I have talked about it. Like some of the things that I feel like I needed from Steven, and that P word wasn't connecting. And it wasn't connecting because he wasn't doing it. It was just my thought of what it should be. It's completely different from what his thought should be. You know what I mean? His thought is. And
exactly.
so now
Yep.
that I'm just bringing all of this to fruition or whatever, I am like, oh, like now I can just kind of like I can let this go, and I'm finding peace within myself of like, like, okay, I can't like, I guess when things go wrong, I start to put everybody in this bubble with the three people that have, I guess, hurt me the most. And
Mm,
and it's not cool, right? But it's just like now I'm realizing like, okay, I'm just gonna categorize them over here. But I'm just real like that, the intent of them, it'll just never be peace. Right. So
right, right.
but just, recognizing that, and I guess how like we label people, and I don't know.
And it's so easy to label people because once they do something, once that action has been done and it does whatever to you, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
good or painful, automatically you're gonna put a label on that person in the
Right,
situation.
but just
Even after
but
you
you
heal
just
through
I
it.
think but
Like
even going through it and
it's
healing from it, because I even though I'm not quite healed from it, from any of those three persons, um but I do know that I'm allowed peace even though I'm still healing, right? And so just
mhm,
kind of recognizing that like I can't allow those things to spill over into this peace that I'm, on a search for. um
right.
so
Girl, this just this whole topic is really deep. Okay, so I got another quote, but I'm not gonna mention any others. So his name, I know you know his name, the guy from the Bill Cosby show passed,
oh,
and it's
Theo.
been all over. So yeah,
Malcolm Jamal
Theo.
Martin.
Oh my God, I was like, no. So I saw a reel, and he was very poetic. I did not know this. He was very poetic. Dude had bars, like just bars. But anyway, he said this, and I was like, I want to close our podcast with this because it was really deep. A compromised soul will let you sleep, but never let you
Ooh, that's
rest.
deep.
Yo, yo, may he forever. Oh my, rest in peace. I hate the fact that I'm just now getting to know him more because of his passing,
Oh,
right?
he's
Like, because
definitely a
everything's
snap.
going viral. Like I hate that, but I'm grateful that I'm able to see this other side of him because I wasn't exposed to that side of him. But that quote today, girl, it blessed me tremendously. A compromised soul will let you sleep but never let you rest. Oh my God, sleep and rest is two
But
totally
you think
different
about it,
things.
we use those so loosely and interchangeably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just because you're sleeping, you're not resting. That don't mean
Right.
you're resting. When you're at peace,
No, you
you
just
rest. I can agree with that. You're
but
resting
oh
when
my
you're
God.
at
This
peace.
is
Your
so
soul is
this session
resting.
was is such a blessing for me because I'm in this I'm in a space of resting now. At one point in time, girl, I was sleeping, but I was
Mm,
sleeping for, like cat naps here and there. Like I before I started resting, I wasn't getting sound sleep at all. For years, it would just
mm.
be like, oh, like I remember going to see Renice and I drove 4 hours to hang out with her, 4 or 6 hours to hang out with her. And I slept like the entire time because I was just like I was just
Wow.
mentally
Yeah,
tired. Um,
yeah.
but since things are starting to change and I'm starting to evolve and I'm starting to wake up, you know what I mean? And like I'm finding my passion in a lot of things that I never thought I was interested in. I'm starting to get rest, and it makes me show up for me. You
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I
And being able to get rest while you're
mhm,
alive, to for your soul to be at rest while you're living, y'all, that's deep as hell. And I just said it. That's deep as hell. Most people never experience that
uh,
rest, that peace
yeah,
while they're living because they're on this constant hustle, hustle, hustle,
it's
hustle, hustle, go, go, go,
but the
go,
three
go, go, go.
words,
And the soul was never.
the three C
Say
words
that
just
again.
come right back.
Cool,
That's
calm, and
it.
collected.
We never knew that they held so much power.
Man, I used to look at my mom like she was crazy. Like, oh my god, here she
Yeah.
go with this.
Yeah. No, for
Shit.
real.
Now that I'm old, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Oh yes,
You're
it
right, right,
makes
right,
sense
right.
now, Mama. It makes sense. Man, oh my gosh, this was such a good one. Oh my gosh, Teals, thank you. I
Love
love
you
you.
too.
Thank you so much for making
Before,
time
look, I
for
gotta cut her
me.
off, y'all. Before we call this a night, I just want to say happy birthday again to Donzetta Queese. We celebrated birthday. Hold on, don't tell me the 17th. I'm
18.
always. I feel like I'm always in. Is
Good enough.
Dad's the 17th? Yeah,
Who? My
his birthday
dad.
close.
His is the
Lord.
22nd. My mother-in-law is the
Okay,
17th. You got them
look,
all. You
somebody.
know
But
it. You got it.
anyways,
They all there. You got
anyways,
it.
just want to say happy birthday again. Welcome to the 40 Club. We doing big things,
It
looking
feels so
amazing.
good,
We look
girl.
great. I
It
mean,
feels
whoever thought
good.
little us thinking that 40 was so old? And I mean, it's crazy because I was answering this question today at therapy, and they were asking me about my aunt, and naturally I have this undying love for my aunt Teresa, who was a vital person in my life. Um, and they go, when did she pass? And so I tell them 2008. I was like, man, she was young, and I thought, well, hell, she was like 58. And then I was like, well, hell, that is young, given I'm 40. That was like, wow. And just to think, like we have so many loved ones that are just, whether regardless of, why they are not here, that did pass at such young age. So I'm just thankful to have, to reach this milestone. I have a beautiful friend who's now part of the club too. And
I'm part of the
yes, yes,
club.
VIP.
Right, right. Mason, hold on, Mason. She's not gonna do. Mason told me. She said, "Mommy, yes, you're 40, but you're
Okay.
forte." So it's
Okay.
FORTE. So
Yes.
she's like, "Yes, honey, keep it loud and
Now.
fun." I was like, "Okay, Mason, I got you, boo."
Yeah. So much
Oh
so.
my gosh. But oh my gosh, this was so good, Teals.
Okay.
This was a good one. This was a really,
It
really good
was.
one. I enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kokila. She said great show. Thank you so much for chiming in. We had quite a few people hop on IG too. It was like,
Oh,
yes,
that's
quite a few. Hey guys, thank y'all so much for joining in. Whoa, it's a lot of y'all. I love y'all. We love y'all. We love the support. We love the support. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll come back again. We don't have a date. I guess whenever we can slip away from
okay.
life and make it happen. Um, well, that's gonna be a wrap for us. We love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay focused. Remain at peace. Peace. Let's end this one.